Sparking learning through play by providing a fun, hands-on environment to allow kids to explore and discover. Minnesota Children's Museum focuses on instilling a love of learning by working on real-world skills to help kids become successful adult citizens in the future.
The museum offers a completely unique experience to all of its visitors. While I was working, I was able to see sharing and manners develop at the Spark Cart and ideas bouncing off of each other, trying to figure out what they should draw on their faces. You can see kids teaching their peers or teaching their parents what to do and how to do it. While volunteering, you literally get to play with kids and you get to see the teamwork at the factory and see how kids can think through it and start to understand how the pressure in the water pipes works out. Imaginations run rampant and you can see how sparking learning through play actually works. When service learning was mentioned at the beginning of the class, I was super excited to start helping people again. I've done it in the past and it felt like a really good idea to get back into it. But I jumped at the easiest thing that I was going to be able to do, which is the Minnesota Children's Museum. Don't get me wrong, it was super fun because they literally got to play with kids. I felt like a kid again and there was no judgment. I got to see a ton of different parenting styles and interestingly enough, the reactions to those parenting styles. You could definitely see some stereotypes on racial, gender, and ethnic choices. The biggest one that I noticed was at the Spark Cart when parents were drawing on their children's faces and either drew a stereotypical boy face or a stereotypical girl face, i.e. cars, bugs, butterflies, that kind of thing. I was reminded time and time again to keep an open mind. People parent their kids in all kinds of different ways, and who am I to judge how they're parenting their kids? It's the same way in the whole museum. There's no judgment. The museum is driven by learning at an early age to spark lifelong learning, and that families are kids' first teachers. I've definitely seen that reciprocated in my own life, as when I was little, learning was a big deal. I loved to read and play and understand how things worked, and that started me learning my whole life. Only a year left to graduate, and I still have the same love and enthusiasm for learning and knowledge. I wouldn't have that if I hadn't started learning at an early age. The museum allows kids and parents to play and work together, solve problems, and have fun. Plus, it's open to all different walks of life, even offering a free Sunday every month. It thrives on the idea that diverse perspectives enrich kids' lives and learning, and really stresses the importance of not judging those that are different than ourselves. I love the whole mission and idea behind the museum. It gives kids a fun and safe place to just be kids. They can be totally silly and learn real-world skills without even realizing it. To the kids, it's just a fun day out of the house. But to the parents, it's seeing their kids learn new concepts and enjoy learning, which most of the time is not a simple feat. I've always found the process of learning intriguing, and so seeing how the thought of learning through playing actually takes place is amazing. I never thought it would be possible. These kids are simply playing, yet they're learning about groceries and cooking and teamwork and water pressure. And they're writing letters of appreciation, working with conveyor belts, playing a little music, using lights and shadows. It's really astonishing what the museum has established. Everyone there is happy, upbeat, and ready to get down and dirty with the kids. It was really an amazing experience and I'm super glad I did it. And I'm pretty sure I won't be stopping just because the class is over. Was really interesting to me. It was also really interesting to see how they don't interact so well. There's definitely still prejudice and racism out there. It's just much more undertoned now. That's not a good thing and we'll have to work through it. But I think having the museum and other places like it that are open to all people of all walks of life can really help us break through the barrier and get the world the equal place that it really needs to be at.